Welcome to the Explainer. There's this new superhighway our kids are already driving on, and it's called artificial intelligence. And just like with a real car, they need a good co-pilot. So today, we're going to build a really simple, clear roadmap for your family's journey with AI chatbots. Now, if you think AI is something way off in the distant future, you might want to think again. Get this, a recent study found that 74% of teenagers are already using it for their schoolwork. So this isn't a someday conversation, it's a right now conversation.
So what is this generative AI thing anyway? Well, imagine a librarian that's read, like, the entire internet. It doesn't actually think the way you and I do. Instead, it's just brilliant at spotting patterns. So when you ask it something, it's really just predicting the most likely words to string together to give you an answer, based on everything it's learned.
Okay, so here's the most crucial point. We have to frame this the right way for our kids. And AI is not some perfect, all-knowing brain, and it's definitely not a trusted friend. It's more like a really powerful new tool, kind of like a vehicle. And you wouldn't just hand over the car keys without teaching the rules of the road, right?
And just like driving, there are definitely some potential hazards on this AI highway. So before we go and write our family rulebook, it's really important that we understand the potential bumps in the road.
For one, these tools can sometimes just make stuff up, but say it with incredible confidence. Experts actually have a name for this. They call it hallucinations. They also don't really get privacy, so they might store personal info. They have zero grasp of real feelings. And to top it all off, most of them have no parental controls.
And just look at this. The quote you see here? That was an AI's actual response when a researcher, pretending to be a teen, told it she was hearing voices. It's kind of chilling, and it's a perfect example of the problem. AI just cannot replace human judgment or empathy. It can't tell when someone is in real trouble.
So, knowing the risks, how do we teach our kids to be safe, smart drivers on this new AI highway? Well, it's all about setting up some clear, simple rules before they even get behind the keyboard.
Here are 4 essential rules of the road. Think of this as your family's pre-drive checklist. They're super easy to remember, and you can apply them every single time your child uses an AI chatbot.
All right, rule number 1, and this is the big one. Protect your privacy. This is totally non-negotiable. You have to explain to your kid that talking to a chatbot is like talking in a public square. Anything you say can be stored and used. So real names, schools, any of those personal details, they're completely off limits. Next up, you want to teach them to be fact-checking detectives. An AI is a great starting point, but it is not a final answer. If it gives them a fact for a school project, their job isn't done yet. Their next mission is to go and check that fact with a trusted source. This is such a crucial skill for them to learn.
And this one is key. We want to position AI as a creative partner, right? Not a shortcut that just does the thinking for them. It's a tool to brainstorm ideas or to get unstuck. But the real work, the real learning, that all happens inside their own amazing brain.
So we have our rules, and now it's time for our practice drive. Because honestly, the best way to teach these skills isn't just to talk about them, it's to actually jump in and explore these tools together, especially if you have younger kids.
One of the safest and, frankly, most effective ways to introduce AI is just through creative play. It kind of demystifies the technology and shows them how it works in a really low-stakes, fun environment.
Try building a totally unique story together. You can get wonderfully silly and specific with it. This actually teaches them how to give the AI good instructions, or prompts, and it shows them that what comes out is only as good as what you put in.
Or have fun with mimicry. Ask it to write a short song in the style of an artist they love. This is a fantastic way to show them how AI works, how it just combines patterns to create something new, and it's a totally harmless, creative exercise.
And hey, when you do use AI for homework or for facts, make the fact-checking part of the fun. You could say, okay, let's ask it for the capital of Canada, and then pull up a real map together to check. Right there, you've just turned a potential risk of misinformation into a powerful, teachable moment.
So what's the big picture here? What's the ultimate destination on this whole journey? Well, it's all about empowering our kids for a future that's going to be absolutely full of these tools. This quote really gets to the heart of it. AI can spit out text and process data at incredible speeds, but what it can't offer is wisdom, ethics, or judgment. That's our job. That's the uniquely human skill we need to build in our kids.
By setting rules, practicing together, and having these conversations, we're not restricting them. We're actually doing the exact opposite. We're preparing them to use these incredibly powerful tools safely, effectively, and most importantly, responsibly.
And that leaves us with this one final thought. The technology is going to keep changing. It'll get faster, more integrated into our lives, but your role as their co-pilot, as their guide, as their most trusted source, that's the one constant that will always be the most important part of their journey.